God, it's hot.
हाँ हाँ इसी आएगा ना साउंड आएगा ना
हम आपको देखेंगे कैमरा में
ये यहाँ देखिएगा
Okay.
What is the concept of the project or what the kind of role you are playing? First, Manjari.
So ये हमें जब आया था हमारे पास प्रोजेक्ट, it came during peak lockdown and मैंने हमारा मूवीज़ के साथ बहुत काम किया है पहले भी and so I really liked the script very much and ये lockdown based film थी. हमने actually we started making it as a film. Later we divided it in a mini series. But it was based on a lockdown where both the characters were separated because of the lockdown period. Like he's in another city and I'm in another city and like you know. So that's what you want to add.
देखिए ऐसा है कि मैं लॉकडाउन में बोर हो रहा था क्योंकि बहुत सारा खाना बनाना पड़ रहा था, बर्तन धोने पड़ रहे थे. And when Humara movie called me, they said you have to do the same thing on camera. So I said, yeah, why not? That was my reason of doing the project.
Like for me.
And the script, of course.
Yeah, script of course.
The script is very, very well written. Shavik had written such a
Beautiful script.
beautiful, detailed. Yeah, that was the reason.
And also because like you know this whole film we actors had to shoot it by ourselves. तो पूरा का पूरा जो शूट है हम लोगों ने अपने अपने घर में रिस्पेक्टिव हाउसेस में अकेले बैठ के विद द साउंड इक्विपमेंट एंड ऑल सब हमें भेज दिया गया था. तो हमने खुद अपने आप शूट किया विद द डायरेक्टर एंड द डीओपी ऑन जूम कॉल विद अस. सो आई थिंक दैट्स अ यूएसपी ऑफ द फिल्म आई वुड से.
Correct.
You got to learn so much.
In one line, we can say it's a long distance relationship subject.
Yes.
That is the subject. So,
It is.
During the lockdown, like you know, I think it's very nostalgic for people when they watch it because so many couples went through it. So many people went through what you know Aisha and Vikram go through during the entire series. So they relate to it.
But in real life also इतना busy schedule है, हर किसी का इतना professional engaged रहता है, you know, being far away from the family, वो चीज़ बताइए what you have to say about it. I mean, how does it affect an individual? जब कोई बाहर रहता है, professionally they are engaged, be it wife, husband or parents, children. What do you have to say about it?
Like during the lockdown, you
No, in general, ऐसे भी professionally भी तो लोग busy रहते हैं. It's not like that.
मुझे question समझ में नहीं आया, sorry.
Question ये है कि काम के सिलसिले को लेकर बच्चे बाहर रहते हैं, वाइफ हस्बैंड आपस में मिल नहीं पाते, तो उस इशू को लेकर क्या कहेंगे?
I think you got to do what you got to do. I think today we are in that day and age where you know if the wife has a job in another city and the husband has a job in another city, I think we are independent enough. We are progressive enough to let each you know grow in their own direction while the love doesn't go. I think. I mean couples like you know when there's so much love, they do find a way to work things out.
Yeah, long distance की बात है जहाँ तक I have been living on my own for last 10 years now in Bombay. So no, I just have to filter my thoughts once in a while. So long distance, yeah, I think there is a way to keep the love. These is a lot easier because you have video calls, you have phones. Like मेरी नानी, I'm very close to her, and पहले मैं उनको मिलने जाता था हर 15 दिन महीने में अंदर जाता था. But as my work got busier and I got busier, I bought her a smartphone and I taught her how to use it. तो पहले जी बोला नहीं मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा ये सब व्हाट्सएप वीडियो कॉल ये सब क्या होता है. मैंने कहा नहीं आप सीखो पेशेंस के साथ. एंड नाउ आई हैव अ वीडियो कॉल विद हर एवरी डे एंड इट्स लाइक यू नो शी इज देयर एंड शी आल्सो फील्स द सेम. ऑब्वियसली नथिंग कैन रिप्लेस द पर्सनल टच एंड यू नो बीइंग देयर इन पर्सन एंड फीलिंग ईच अदर्स यू नो एनर्जी. बट यू गॉट टू डू व्हाट यू गॉट टू डू. काम भी करना है.
You also and Paresh you also have been part of big projects. तो जब आप एक बड़े प्रोजेक्ट का हिस्सा बन जाते हैं तो क्या सिलेक्टिव बन जाते हैं आर्टिस्ट के तौर पर? यू आर वेरी सिलेक्टिव टू सिलेक्ट एनी प्रोजेक्ट. और व्हाट इज द बेसिस व्हेन यू लुक फॉर अ प्रोजेक्ट कि क्या देखते हैं उस प्रोजेक्ट में आप?
तो मैं बताऊँ? मेरी पहली क्राइटेरिया होती है ऑफ कोर्स स्क्रिप्ट, और उसमें मेरा रोल इज इट डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू द मेन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट और नॉट, इवन इफ इट्स नॉट द लीड रोल, बट द मेकर्स आर ग्रेट. और उसमें मेरा रोल ऐसा है जो कि स्क्रिप्ट को कहीं ना कहीं अफेक्ट कर रहा है, आगे ले जा रहा है, देन आई वुड डू इट. बट फॉर मी इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू वर्क विद द राइट काइंड ऑफ पीपल. कि एक कोई ऐसी फिल्म में आप लीड रोल कर रहे हो जिसमें कुछ ढंग की स्क्रिप्ट नहीं है, मेकर्स आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट इट, और release का पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है, so it doesn't make a difference. But if you're working on the other hand with a director who's making it with a lot of love and passion, and he really believes in you for that part, then I always go for it.
What else?
For me again, script is very very important. So for a very long time I have been in the industry, and जो भी मैं projects choose कर रही हूँ, it is based primarily on script. So I choose from the opportunities I have in front of me. It's not like I get 10,000 roles and I'm picking and choosing कि मुझे ये करना, मुझे वो नहीं करना, मुझे ये करना. ऐसे नहीं होता है. Whatever you get from that, I'm choosing the best I have the options of. And so yeah, for me it is important कि script अच्छी हो. And उसके बाद of course who's making the script, the film, as Paresh just rightly said, because sometimes scripts बहुत अच्छी होती हैं but they don't get translated well on screen. So it's very important the kind of people you're working with. So right now currently I'm in a frame of mind where I just want to work with really good directors, and that is priority. So yeah.
Talking about OTT platforms or the digital medium, how big for is a big boon for the artist? Particularly if you see nowadays, it's a big boon. What do you say as an artist?
Absolutely, I think OTTs की वजह से इतना सारा काम है for anybody and everybody who is even a tad bit talented and has a passion and love for the craft. There are enough and ample opportunities. मतलब हर प्लेटफॉर्म अगर 5 अच्छे शो बनाता है साल में और आपके पास 6-7 अच्छे प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, which means you have like 300 good roles for you, and even if you end up doing 3-4 of them, you're sorted. So I always look at it from a very positive and abundant side. Another drawback of that is कि बहुत ज़्यादा content create हो रहा है, so you have to be a little choosy at the same time कि sometimes it can get lost कि कितना भी अच्छा बना है, but if it's not really out there in time or promoted well, it can totally get lost. So वो तो रहती है जद्दोजहद.
What do you say?
What I feel, as he again said, I think OTT platforms have become like a blessing in disguise for the entire industry, not just artists,
Yeah.
for directors, for writers, for producers, because for so many years people have wanted to make good content. We have so much talent in our country, so much talent, but unfortunately because earlier with films and all, because box office was really important and everything, people were making formula films, people were making वो जो चल रहा है उसी में निकालते थे. So it was very difficult for producers to get brave enough to do something different, हटके. And even for directors and also for actors, what was happening was अगर आपका character एक particular role में लोगों को पसंद आ गया, you would get typecast कि चलो अभी इसी role में करते रहो. Like for me also, for so many years I was feeling very suffocated as an actor, because मेरे पास वही type के roles आ रहे थे, sweet girl next door, girlfriend, wife, जिसमें कुछ मतलब there was no meat as in there was no as an actor I had nothing exciting to do in it, so, and I was dealing with it, but I think 2017 is when I kind of decided ki I'm going to take a break.
I want to be a serial killer.
I'm not doing anything till the time something good comes. But then जैसे ही OTT आया, people wanted to experiment. Then so many actors who were waiting for such a long time with so much talent,
Right.
They have been getting opportunities to do something different. Like directors want to experiment you with something totally different. Like Barot House के साथ they experimented me with a very very intense role, and that really worked for me, and that kind of changed my perception in the industry. So not just me, that is what so many actors are getting opportunities because of OTT platforms now.
Paresh, what's your take on it?
On OTTs?
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar to what Manjari said, because it is a blessing for everybody. It is, again, like she said, there were lots of, there is business. At the end of the day, everything is business, and everybody wants to make sure whatever they make, brings them their buck back and brings them their ROI. But OTT में experiment बहुत अच्छे से हो रहा है. And as actors, I think what we love doing the most is playing parts that is not us.
Yes.
So, like things doing things like जो हमने कभी की नहीं है पर we want to that's a beauty of being an actor right कि एक दिन हम astronaut बन सकते हैं दूसरे दिन हम army officer बन सकते हैं तीसरे दिन serial killer बन सकते हैं and yeah that's a beauty and you're experiencing that you can be a father son you can experience all those emotions
As long as you're not experiencing killing people.
yeah I mean don't just
Serial
kill
killer.
people or anybody for that matter but you still get to live that you get to live that emotion which a normal life wouldn't give you.
And also I think because of OTT platforms, audience have really evolved.
Oh yes.
Because they have like world cinema and different kind of content right in front of them, so they know difference between good and bad. So they are ready for something out of the box.
Absolutely.
Manju, what about Paresh? क्या quality इनकी सबसे अच्छी लगी as an human being when you were working together और as an actor ये बताइए. और आप भी बताइए आपको क्या
बताओ
बता रही हूँ.
This is the first time you are working, man.
yeah
So
सच बताना
सच बता दो.
नहीं
No, I mean, okay, so I think Paresh is, what I really like the most about him is he's super spontaneous. Like, when I saw the film Yeh Dooriyan, for the first time, I was I'm not saying that because he's sitting here, but I was completely in awe of his performance. He was so real, so natural, like so many nuances that he put into the character, in the whole graph of the character, and his personal naughtiness which he added to Vikram was so endearing. It was a complete pleasure to watch him on screen. So
Paresh, already I'm in
Manjari was a treat to work with because we were not physically there.
अच्छा मैं आपको सच बता दी.
Like, she was a delight to work with right from the first moment we started reading for the part and we were rehearsing and she's like a very sincere actor who would know her lines, my lines, everybody's lines and like she said, Mera process is a little more spontaneous. So we used to have like a lot of fun there because as characters also, Vikram and Aisha, we are very different kind of, Vikram is this guy who's a writer and she's this woman who's very proper about everything.
Corporate.
So yeah, she's lovely to work with, man. What else can I say? नहीं अभी मैं उनको मिला बाद में.
हाँ तो that was the most interesting part. इस पूरी की पूरी series में हम किसी को नहीं जानते थे. Like I only knew the producers because उनके साथ मैंने खामखा की थी पहले. And I did not know the director. I still, he is my Zoom friend now.
मैं उनको नहीं मिला हूँ अभी तक. मैं director.
So it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
We still haven't met the director. I met him after 1.5 years of shooting the film. And because we are like, हम लोग उस टाइम बिल्कुल भी नहीं मिले थे, right?
बिल्कुल भी
Like we did not know each. I did not even know of his existence at that point of time, and we were playing husband and wife. So imagine, but surprisingly, the chemistry is आप जब देखेंगे ये दूरियां, I think it's on point. So
it is.
Yeah.
Lastly, asking हमारा movies big brand in short film business क्या करना चाहिए कितना ज़रूरी है short films या short film
Guys, 1 sec, sorry, cut करना पड़ेगा. Urgent, we need your car keys because someone's stuck.
Okay, cut it.
So they need to move. Sorry, cut करना पड़ेगा urgent.
Lastly, asking about हमारा movies big brand in the film short film business कितना ज़रूरी है short films और short filmmakers को support करना because short films are great medium जो भी आप showcase करते हैं.
I think. For me personally, I think short film is a great way to tell stories because one of the biggest obstacles of making a film or bringing any idea to life is the money, the budgets. Or unlike other mediums, filmmaking is a very collaborative medium. You need people, you need equipment, you need all of that. So, but if you have a good story to tell and you do not have the resources to make it like a 2-hour feature film and you can make a short film out of that and that leads you to somewhere. That also becomes a good showreel for you as an actor, as a director. Like Damien Chazelle had made Whiplash as a short film first, which was a 20-minute short film which went to Sundance and got picked and now he's one of the biggest directors in the world. So I think what Humara movie is doing is phenomenal because so many people who started with making short films for Humara movie are making feature films, are making shows for biggest OTTs And if it wasn't for Humara movie, that wouldn't have happened. So yeah.
No, I think Paresh answered it completely beautifully. And yeah, there's so many gems of short stories which deserve an audience, and YouTube is like a great platform for all these short films to come, where anyway audience aajkal, I think the attention span is like so small. So I think they really enjoy watching these short films as well, and it's now also being recognized by award ceremonies like Filmfare and everything. So I think it becomes a great platform to showcase your talent in a short time. So yeah,
Okay, thanks.
thank you.
Thank you.
चैनल आइडिया कुछ है ना?
नहीं चैनल
Exactly that. Something awkward.
Oh, you're both wearing cars.
We are? Oh yes. No.
Wearing leaves.
सर सिंगल करे सिंगल
सिंगल करते हैं, सिंगल ही है
आप आओ ना
Sorry, indulgent.
Put your hands in the pocket.
And act confident and like, okay, shoot.
Just act easy.
ओके सर थैंक्स सर